And there are a variety of reasons that a traditional school environment might not suit them. And that's whether there are learning delays or extremely advanced learning. Another reason, they're dealing with, again, in our school systems, it's a large number of children. You have a large number of children with learning differences as well. Even though they put IEPs or individualized learning plans in place for students, they may not be implemented consistently across all staff or classrooms. Medical conditions, if there are medical conditions that come along with it, they may require monitoring or flexibility that's difficult within standard school day routines, right? Or therapy pullouts, which might be necessary, may actually also fragment sort of the child's day and really cause more interruption and also affect their learning or their ability to kind of just move through the day with more ease. Sometimes it's a lot of work. Like you said, parents may feel that coordinating educational and medical needs and being on top of that requires their constant dedication and oversight. And that can be a lot. And then that can become easier to do, obviously, if their child is at home and they feel like they can monitor that and be on top of that with greater attention and with greater agency. Another reason, sadly, I just know from a student that I am working with that is on the autism spectrum who was in traditional schooling and now is being homeschooled. And the reason that their family removed him from the school system, unfortunately, is because there was an incident that happened with one of the aides or specialists that was sadly very inappropriate and not right and traumatic for the child and caused a great deal of trauma for him. And so immediately then the family made the decision to remove him and have him at home and being homeschooled. So I think that unfortunately can be another reason that parents who have children who have learned any type of learning differences would opt for learning at home.
Absolutely. I think especially with children with speech delays, I know I've heard from so many families, I am not going to put my child in daycare until they're old enough to tell me what's happening because there's this fear of the unknown. So if you have a nonverbal child, even though they may be able to be in a special education classroom or have an aide with them, there's still this fear that you don't know what's happening during their day. And that can be really scary. I mean, that was scary to me as a parent to a baby. I'm grateful that my school was camera monitored and I was able to just watch the classrooms all day. But, public schools are certainly not like that. Childcare centers, yes, sometimes, but no, like public schools are not going to have a camera in the room where you can make sure that nothing is happening to your child all day. It's hard to trust someone with your baby. It really is, especially with all of the horror stories that we hear in social media and the news of all of these things happening.
Yes, absolutely. While there are so many wonderful teachers and aides out there, I don't want to get, I mean, there are some
Mhm.
amazing and wonderful, but yes, I think that is just as parents, as we are, it's a fear and a concern that unfortunately does come into your head because sadly there are examples of it. And so your child's safety, of course, is number one in your mind. And so you want them to be in an environment where you also can feel comfortable knowing that they're safe and you feel that they're safe. So, and speaking of that, and once you make the decision, so those are the kinds of things that parents might be thinking of that cause them to shift and say, maybe we need to consider homeschooling or alternate form of education.